You guys can see the freighter behind me. We're at Bayview Yacht Club here in Detroit. We're spending Sunday with some of the folks in the Helly Hansen Sail World One Design Regatta. The winners have come in. We have interviewed a number of folks, spent some time. It was a very interesting race. This is the third year of the event. It used to be one of the nude races, and now it's a One Design, and it really sets off the season here in the first part of end of May and early part of June. And we've had a chance to spend some time talking to some of the folks who were participated, a couple of the winners. We've also checked in with Dave Reed, who is the editor of Sail World magazine, kind of give us an. We had interviewed him last week, and we're going to bring you a bunch of video, kind of let that speak for itself, and we'll do that in a couple seconds. So enjoy the video, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Are you guys fishing for chicks? Hi, Danny.
We're talking with Trey Sheehan, one of our favorite sailors here. He's another winner of the Helly Hansen Sail World One Design Regatta in the Tartan 10s, and who won it again. Just great boat.
Fantastic.
Thoughts on being so dominant?
We had a good cast around us, but we were behind all weekend. So I felt like that's fine. You know, we're going to go into the last day, and my brother Michael and John Evans, my partner in the 52, had their foot on our throat most of the weekend, and we were behind from the very beginning. And today we were able to put a couple points on them in the first race, and the second race today went real well for us.
Great success in the Tartan 10s. Here's my question. At the end of last year, you guys sit down and have a little, a business meeting and decide, okay, what do we have to do to get ready for the next year to improve on from last year? Is that a normal thing?
Absolutely, every year.
Give me an idea what kind of things you discussed.
So this winter, we did a little campaigning with the Melgus 32. We went down and did the SORC, did 4 of those events, had a great winter. Sailed the little boat against all the big boats, won the first 2 events, and it made it a lot easier for us to take the series because the last 2 events were brutal, just really, really tough. So
where does hobby meet obsession?
I'm obsessed.
Okay.
It's an obsession. And hobby, yeah, I guess it is my hobby, but I love doing it. It's I wouldn't rather do anything else. And
you've been on different boats, obviously. The T10 seems to be one of your favorites.
I love it. I love it.
What do you like about the boat? Because it's still relevant 40 years later?
Yeah. You know, here we are. It's the boat was built in 1977, I think, or 76. And next year should be the 50th North American Championship. We've got one this year in Vermilion. We're having a ball with the boat. We lovingly put it back together. My son and Curtis did a fabulous job. A lot of people played a role in it. But
is it fair to say that this Tartan 10 that you own from Call Hooligan, which we got pictures of here, is it fair to say that this has maybe been built in 77, but there's not much that hasn't been rebuilt on the boat?
We have not done a full keel template job on it, and we have couple things to do in the garage before North Americans. I think we'll get the longboard out, and it needs a little touching up, but the boat's in great shape. I mean, it's pretty Gucci.
Congratulations on the win here, and hopefully we'll see you along this summer.
Looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Just briefly, end of the day on Sunday with Dave Reed. Dave, just thoughts on Detroit.
Thoughts on Detroit? This is our 3rd year on the return. We call it the return tour, because we were here for so long and after break. But now 3 years into it, I feel like the energy just keeps getting better because we're rebuilding it, and the breeze just keeps cooperating. So that's all we need is good breeze, good racing, great parties, and we definitely got it this year. And on the party side, I told the group here on my first the open skippers meeting that in my early days when I came here, what made this stop different than all the other 10 stops on the tour back in the day was that the support from just the staff and the general manager, everybody, they were, hey, can we carry boxes? And that love and support is great, and we have it here. So Matt Prost, who was general manager, even I say the party, but Saturday night he booked the band of his dreams. He had visions of, let's make this an amazing party. So it's not like we didn't show up and run an event. This is definitely an event run in full cooperation with Bayview, so it shows. Yeah.
A completely unrelated question, but you're a Newport guy. You've sailed everywhere. You come back to the Great Lakes. You're going to be in Chicago this next week. What do you notice as a sailor, a saltwater sailor? What do you notice about freshwater?
The color.
Obviously.
Yeah. No, it's trippy whenever we come here. Even some of the drone footage, you forget it's tropical, and when we get this like beautiful blue skies and great breeze, it almost feels like it's a little bit of Key West. Even like yesterday, when we had the stronger northeasterlies, like there were some milky streaks, just like we used to get in Key West, and so I was like, literally, it felt like it was Key West day. It was great, and even the videographer and photographer said the same thing. So. Even in that vein, like the variety of the ORC, the perf classes, and the big boat 1 designs that we have here, it felt like visually we were sort of been time warped back to Key West. It was really cool.
Low humidity and 70 degrees, 75 degrees, not bad sailing weather.
No, I mean, yeah, again, but like I feel like we've lucked out 3 years in a row with good weather, and so.
I spent 19 years in San Diego. I feel like I'm in San Diego this last few days. Yeah. So good luck in Chicago, and appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, drive this charter boat like you stole it there, boss. All right, John Spearling, the Rebel. Team Rebel 469 S2 7.9 is our overall champion here in Detroit. And they have been BVI winners in the past. How many years ago was that, John?
2016. 10 years.
That's a long time ago. All right, so before we get to the BVIs, wind us back through this weekend with the S2 7.9 class. There was a couple times I saw, finishes overlapped. Great racing for you guys.
It was really close. Man, the top 4 or 5 boats were pretty close every single race. We just got kind of on the right side of things a few times, and were able to sneak out in front of people. And like the second race today, we were sitting in 4th, and the last 200 yards to the finish line, we got into a shift and got on the right side of things and ended up winning the race. So it was kind of like that all weekend long. So it was really good racing, really tight. Appreciate all the boats from everywhere that came. We had Scratch from Tennessee come. We had a couple local guys come, Solo Cup and Nimbus. We got the brand new boat to the class, Blondie. They came over from Holland. Appreciate that. Ginger and Geriac came from across the river. So it was, a pretty good cross section of boats from a large area. So it's good. I mean, I think a lot of the boats were in St. Pete, and it was, good sail against everybody again.
The S2s are just such part of the series, and including that group also, I will note maybe probably had the best start of the entire regatta that at least we saw on the media boat. Paul Latorta's team Scratch port tacked that entire fleet. That was their win.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the race that got called off. Yeah, it was nice. It was tough conditions out there, and it was really shifty, and the current really hurt if you went left pretty much every single day. So yeah, it was fun racing, great time.
So current is most people don't equate kind of this Lake St. Clair with current. Yeah, definitely tricky wins, but on your course, how much did current ultimately play?
Oh, it was huge. Like today, if you went left, you were dead. You were absolutely crushed. You took everybody's turn. There's no doubt about it. It was. I mean, from GPS speed to paddle wheel speed, it was almost a knot at sometimes. So it was big. So you definitely had to play the current, and a lot of it was you had to be on the right side of it, and pressure was absolutely key as well, because it was 5-6 knots most of the day. So getting the extra puffs, and puffs were actually lifts most of the time. So it was good.
Awesome stuff. The S2 7.9, though, is as a legacy class of this regatta. Some people say the original trailer sailor racer, certainly one of the best out there. I mean, maybe a quick bump on the class. What's the status of it?
So we're a pretty strong class. I mean, the class is now 40 plus some odd years old. Originally started in about 1981. 550 hulls built in its entirety over about a 15-year span. And we've been getting, I think we had 13 boats down in St. Pete. We did a regatta in Pensacola. We had 12. We had 7 or 8 this weekend. So it's a pretty good class. Our class championship regatta every year, we usually draw pretty close to 25 to 30. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's a good class. We do another regional event in Nashville that draws pretty close to 20 boats every year. So the class is doing well. I mean, we've been trying to keep the boats up, and we've done a lot of stuff, through the class to keep it as close to one design as possible, trying to get, new parts made for things that break, and so it stays, as close to one design as possible.
Keeping it alive. All right, so to the BVIs, I can't remember. Where'd you finish in your last attempt?
I don't recall.
It was a blur.
I think we won the bar. I don't know.
All right, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be there. So this time around, what are you going to do differently? Now that you know the path, you know the program?
Yeah, we're going to have to get a cat to stay on.
Just out of curiosity, you guys won your division, am I correct?
Yep.
So thoughts on the race?
It was tricky at first. Light air. We're the smallest boat in our fleet. We rate 60, and I think the fastest boat rates minus 21. We just wanted to hang with the guys on the beat. We were hoping there was just one beat. There were two beats. We rounded the first mark, and then we went upwind again, and then we went around the next mark, and we went upwind again. But then we caught a huge inside shift and rounded 2 or 3 minutes behind the big boys. And then we set and went into shore. We only weigh 4,000 pounds.
That's it?
Yeah.
What kind of boat?
Hobie 33, but it's heavily modified.
Yeah.
Deeper keel, deeper
Yep.
rudder, taller mast, sugar scoops, rig framed, sprit. And we finished 10 minutes ahead of the whole fleet.
Talk briefly about the race itself. Just it's the third year.
Oh, the race is great. I mean, as far as the race goes, the organization's great. I do the weather briefings in the morning with Schreiner and Wally and the other two pros. But the race is amazing. I mean, it's super easy to dock here, which we really like, although we docked at Gross Yacht Club. But all the clubs along Lake St. Clair will give you dockage.
Right.
They don't charge.
Where's home?
Home is St. Clair for me.
Okay. Thoughts on the race?
It was a nice day, a little light at first, pressure picked up, a lot of upwind, finally got to put up the chute, and then we got going, and it was a fun day, man. It was a great day to be out there, sunny, warm, and been sailing with these guys forever.
It also helps to win.
Maybe we did, I think.
Okay.
I hope so. I think we did pretty good.
All right. Just thoughts on the race.
It's my first time sailing with these guys on this boat. I've sailed with several of the people before, but this is my first race with these guys, and they're incredible. We had an incredible race. It's just super precision work.
I have to ask, and I'm going to pan my camera up. Does the M, is that for Missouri sailing?
What?
The M on your hat, is that for Missouri? Maryland? What school?
Michigan.
Oh, is that a local college?
Yeah, it's a small
Okay.
college in Ann Arbor here.
Okay, I say it as a Spartan. So I apologize.
Oh, get out of here!
In a very pleasant surprise, based on the weather forecast, we actually got 3 races in today. The J35's got 4 races in today, and so with challenging conditions, we got 2 good races in. The third race, maybe they could have moved the mark, but hey,
You're
it was
you're
good.
obviously an unbelievably serious racer, but could this be used maybe as a tune-up and not as serious as maybe some of the bigger races?
Well, this is like the ORC Great Lakes Championship, so it's a bigger race. We had, just for a variety of reasons, some of my regular crew were unable to attend, so we had some people less familiar with the boat. It takes time to get dialed in,
Right.
especially in the light airs that we had, because the boat, light air is just more challenging to get the optimum speed out. But everybody did a great job. The learning curve on people like this. And so again, we had 2 really good races today. I have no idea how we finished because it takes forever to score the ORC stuff, which is okay.
Yeah.
It's a one design regatta, and so the handicapped guys are,
Nice going. The Helly button. She's got a solid lead here. The water's in the gutter. You're almost at the end. One more tack and you're there.
Just talk about what it's like to work in the administration of a race like this.
You just have to be really on time, detailed, keeping track of everything.
But you're never on time. You're not really detailed. So how does that work for you?
Give me a break. I am. No, it's very important. The sailors appreciate, the racers appreciate when you're stick to it. You're detailed. You're on time. You keep everybody in track. That's what the racing's all about. Good. We want to give them good racing and provide them great regatta. I think we did. We had a great time today.
Obviously, weather is a sailor's friend or an enemy. This week it was a little bit of both.
It was. It was totally about. I mean, you know what? We walked in today and we didn't know if we were even going to be able to get races off. And like on our course, we were able to get 4 races off for a couple of the classes, and we were able to get 5 off on the other one. And you know, when we started out today, we never dreamt that we would get that off. So we are very pleased. I mean, winds were light, but you know, boats kept moving, and we were able to provide, we hope, good racing.
Good. Weather for sailors and for almost every sport can be a blessing, can be a curse. A little bit of both this weekend. What do you as a judge, how does it play from a judging standpoint?
Well, if there needs to be enough wind so that you can conduct the races.
Right.
And it's probably easier to adjudicate protests when there's enough wind that the boats are moving, they're not just drifting together. You need a certain amount of wind to make it easy for the people. It gets harder if it's really light and boats are drifting together around marks.
Do you look at races, like some are more serious than others, and if this is one of those that may be a little more fun than serious, I say that as a general broad stroke.
Well, there's a spectrum here because this is the Great Lakes Championship for ORC and some of the other classes. So it's kind of
variety
serious for them.
Okay.
But PHRF guys that decided they only wanted a distance race, it's a little more laid back for them. So
I've never had a chance to ask this. I've been asked this as a basketball official. It's always traveling is the worst thing you ever have to deal with. It's the most thing you call often. The question for you is, from a sailing perspective, what is the one thing you probably call the most, or at least is challenged the most?
Oh, clearly mark rounding rule. The mark rounding rule. Rule 18 is the longest rule in the book, and it's that way for a reason. Most of the rules are designed to keep boats apart, but at marks, they all come together, and it's that conflict and how the right-of-way and your rights to your right-of-way versus your right to room, those can change fairly quickly, and it's when right-of-way rules change that disagreements happen.
As we're watching SailGP yesterday in New York, we see square buoys. As we see some of the races here, some of the things, we got round buoys.
Yep.
Does it matter, or is it just a point in the water?
Usually for the starting and finishing line, a well-written set of sailing instructions will define the define the starting line as being on the course side of the mark.
Right.
And if you've got a cylinder, that's not a problem. But if you've got a tetrahedron that can spin, suddenly the starting line is moving by some small amount.
Tetrahedron for us dumb guys is what? Rectangle?
Well, it's the triangular thing with a point.
Okay.
Right?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Welcome back. We're talking to Mike Fishbaugh, who is the new chair for the 2026 Mills Race, which comes off this weekend. Mike's like enough to take some time out to talk to us a little bit here on Monday morning before the race this coming weekend. Mike, thanks for spending some time with us. And just talk briefly about the race, and then we'll get into some particulars.
Race, we're happy to see we have 104 boats for the race this coming Friday, not counting boats that are being double scored in ORC. So pretty nice turnout. Race starts Friday afternoon. First start is at 5 p.m. Registration packet pickup is Thursday night at Toledo from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m.
It's a long-standing race in the western part of the lake, and it's been going on for a long time. New leadership this year, so talk a little bit about that, because I know the folks that ran it for years did a great job.
Yeah, so Ron and Kay Soka have been involved since the early 1980s. They've chaired it for many of the last previous years. I don't know the exact count. They have wanted to step back, so Dave Ryan and myself have stepped up to co-chair this year, still with their great leadership behind to keep this event going. Proud to keep that tradition going for the probably the largest sailboat race on Lake Erie.
Just kind of explain to us what the courses are.
Sure, there's 3 courses. The long course starts near the Toledo Harbor Light, heads up to near the mouth of the Detroit Channel, back down to Sandusky to the end of the channel there, up around the shoal of Kelly's Island and into the bay. There's a medium length course that starts same spot, goes around West Sister down to Catawba and back up Island past Ballast. And then a short course for a double-handed and jam boats that is more of a direct route just to the bay.
And typically, if you guys are starting at 5, if you have just, again, normal weather, and obviously weather changes all of it, you guys are usually in by, what, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? Somewhere in there?
Yeah, on a good breeze year, we'll be in by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Some of the shorter courses can be actually in sooner than that for the double-handed guys. Light air days, you're watching at least the sunrise or a little bit past, but makes for a nice overnight race. Good tune-up for the longer ones coming, either the max. So good beginning of season race.
This really is a kickoff for the Great Lakes area. This really is the biggest kickoff race we've got going, I think.
Yeah, I think for a lot of us, it's get the boats in the water, maybe do a tune-up race or 2 and get down there to do this nice long event. It's a good shakeout for the season and obviously a good skill test, because it's amazing how much the conditions can change in an overnight race that's 60 plus.
Last question, is there anything new this year?
We have a few new sponsors coming on this year that everybody can see in the book. So always happy. Sponsorship obviously drives keeping this and any other sailing event going. We appreciate all our partners that keep this event rolling, from Toledo Yacht Club hosting the party on Thursday night before the event, to Put in Bay Yacht Club hosting our parties on the island at the end of the event, as well as many sponsors on the island.
And this is the 102nd race, am I right? Okay.
102nd race.
Good. Well, we'll catch in with the winners and have a conversation with some of the folks who participate, hopefully, this coming weekend. I hope you guys have a great race, and appreciate your time to talk to us.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it greatly.
We've been talking to you guys about some charity over the last couple of months about raising some money for the Detroit Community Sailing Center and for Spectrum Sailing. If you're not familiar with either organization, Detroit Community Sailing Center has challenged the wind. It's an urban junior sailing center here in Detroit at the Detroit Boat Club, run by Harry Jones. We've done a lot of stories with them, and they're an unbelievable charity. With all of the things going on at Belle Isle, they're always cash-strapped, and we want to make sure we get more kids in boats. To see a young man or a young lady get a chance to swim and then get on a boat and be able to sail for the first time when they're 11, 12, 13 years old is pretty interesting and pretty challenging, and certainly a terrific opportunity for those kids. And in Spectrum Sailing, Scott Herman has got a program that's just gone off the map. They're involved with SailGP, but they help with autistic kids getting in boats. And we wanted to help them financially with a revenue stream of just other than just sort of asking once in a while on our show here, like we're evangelists hoping to pick your pocket on Sunday. That being the case, we want to sell you guys Captain Greg's Magic Boat Soap, something we've been using on our boat for the better part of 2 or 3 years. A friend of mine right here in Fraser has a company that sells biodegradable soap. It is some of the best that I've ever used, and we're going to start a campaign. The money that we sell, and you'll see all this information at the end of this pitch, the process that we're going to do is you're going to be able to buy either a quart, a gallon, or 5-gallon pail, and money, $5 or $10 from each sold item will go directly to both of those organizations. And I think it'll be a good revenue stream for them. Give us a try. Never hurts. We're going to be cheaper than West Marine, who obviously just filed bankruptcy. We'll bring you some cute commercials along the season as we go in some different places. But we're calling it Captain Greg's Magic Boat Soap just because it's kind of a crazy name. But what you do is you look at the number, call the number, order it. They'll ship it out to you within 24 hours. And it'll raise money for a really good organization. As you watch this infomercial or commercial, as you watch this, you'll see some pictures of faces of who that's going to help. And our goal is to raise some money for them so they can put more kids in boats and bring some needed financial help to a couple of nonprofit organizations that we think are important. If you use the soap, I think you'll be happy. If you don't use the soap, then obviously it is what it is. But we hope you can support us. We're also involved with this with 10 Knot and the ladies over there, plus the 2 organizations. So if you guys want to give my buddy Doug Monfortin a call and order that, he'll get it to you hopefully within 48 hours. And the kickoff starts today. And all the information will be, it's just below you right there, and we'll give you some contact information at the end of the show. So we hope you'll take the opportunity to raise some money, clean your boat, and it's going for a really worthy cause, guys. And again, we've done a really good job, or we've tried to do a good job of supporting both those organizations over the last few years of this show. Now we're asking for you guys to help us while getting in return a really good product. That being the case, we want to thank everybody. So Harry and Scott Herman, we appreciate all their help. And we'll bring you some commercials, some fun ones. We're going to think up some cute ones in the future. But buy some soap and get your boat clean.
Military families often sacrifice precious time away from loved ones while serving our country.
We were worried that with him leaving, that she would lose those connections with her dad.
Some of life's best moments happen between parents, children, and the pages of a good book. United Through Reading provides that connection. And now, United Through Reading is also available to veterans. Learn more about United Through Reading at unitedthroughreading.org.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back. We're spending some time talking to Terry Gibney right here in the harbor at Crescent Yacht Club, which is going to be sponsoring a One Design race, the 3rd year in a row, come up June 13th and 14th. And Terry, you're the co-chair of the event. Just talk a little bit about what's going on.
Well, hey, thanks for having me, Greg. As you said, this is the 3rd year for the Crescent One Design Regatta. The focus of this event is small One Design boats, largest being a non-such 30 all the way down to Flying Scots. Right now we're in the mid-60s from a registration perspective. We're running 2 circles with Matt Bounds and his crew running the event, and it should be a good one.
Why One Design?
Well, One Design, everyone has their passion for a boat, right? For example, here at Crescent, thistles have been here forever, and people die by the thistle. I personally am a star sailor, and I race stars. And once you've been into a One Design boat, when you sail in ORC or into perf or anything like that, it's kind of a little bit frustrating when you're a mile ahead and you don't see the reward.
Very few regattas don't come with great parties. You got one on Saturday night.
Correct. We have one Friday evening for rigging where there's music. We've got refreshments and a barbecue going on Friday evening. And then Saturday evening is our Italian-focused meal. And we'd love to have everybody down. This is an event for the Crescent membership, the entire membership, and friends and family from all around.
Right under your name is the website, so just check that out on the website. You'll be able to get that information.
Just go to CSYC or crescentsail.org, and you can follow the links and purchase dinner tickets and shirts there.
How long can you register? Up to what point?
Registering for sailing is being held open until the 12th of June. Dinner tickets will be sold, we'll be cutting the sales off for dinner tickets Thursday on the 12th, and then dinner tickets can be purchased here on site Friday and Saturday, morning, afternoon, and evening.
Most people don't understand how hard a job being a co-chair is. How much time do you guys spend working on the event versus being able to compete?
Well, the nice thing about this is once you create the book, the book's pretty simple to follow. And we've got a great team here at Crescent, so this is clearly a full village effort. And everybody contributes, and it kind of minimizes the overall burden on any one person. So it's a great event. We enjoy doing it and look forward to doing it annually.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.